Milk Tash coming back at you with another episode splashing in the fish bowl on this millionaire mission. Remember, people call and talk to who they want to call and talk to, and if they ain't calling and talk to you, that mean they ain't want to call and talk to you. Don't be mad. Just handle your business, Chaz. PTSD. Put that shit down daily. I mean, get up, get on your grind, millionaire mission, make it happen. Don't be wasting time. Where y'all checking in from? Hit that like button one time for me. What's all mine? The world is all mine. Everything you see is all mine. It's all yours too. You gotta go and get it. Make it do what it do. We're gonna put that shit down without crying, you heard me? We're gonna stay on the grind without crying, you heard me? Ain't out here with no hand out looking for nobody to give us nothing. They gonna work it out, grind it out, get it up, handle business. That's it. Do no crying out here, do no whining out here, do no complaining out here, just grind it out. I tell you, I can think of like 4 or 5 blessings right now all y'all can thank God for. You woke up this morning, that's one. You can see, you can smell, you can hear, you can eat, you can talk, you can walk. There's a lot of blessings to thank God for. Nothing materialistic, just being alive and having functional body parts is a good reason to thank God. Nigga, I have gas in my back that made me feel like I was gonna die. I done woke up in the middle of the night like the devil got my lungs. I couldn't even breathe, couldn't even catch my breath. But I was screaming out, Jesus Christ. You feel me? Well, if I'm gonna die, but the last name I'm gonna say is Jesus Christ, but I'm going to my Father up in heaven and the Lord and Savior Jesus. I won't be going to hell with you damn demons. I am a sinner though, you know. I will willingly admit I'm a sinner. I definitely am in need of the blood of Christ in my life. I am not righteous or right at all. I'm working on it though. I'm getting there, definitely getting there. One thing I can say though, I've been planting seeds intentionally because I want to see fruits. So I've been planting some random ass seeds, like I was just blessing motherfuckers like, damn, you know they got money coming, like, hey, check your cash out, hey, whoop whoop. You know? I gotta get better with doing it to strangers though. For right now, I've been doing it to family because I feel like, hey, that's like a man trying to go outside and take care of the world and he don't take care of his house first. Like, nah, you need to get your house in order before you go try to help somebody else. You feel me? So like, before I try to help the world, like, let me help my cousin, let me help my sister, let me help my brother. You feel me? Let me help the immediate people that I know and care about before I go just help complete strangers. But I'm going to help the complete strangers too, because somewhere in the Bible it says, be mindful when you entertaining strangers because you may be entertaining angels. So I try to be mindful of how I treat people that I don't know, random people that I meet, because you never know when you're entertaining a stranger. And that's why I'm trying to be more of a, like I say, my seed planting is intentional. Because I ain't trying to get the attention of God. Like, look, this money you giving me, I don't mind giving people that need it, that's hurting for it. But I'm hurting for it, I need it. So I'm giving them out of my need, really, because bitch, I need all my dollars. I need all my duckies. I got bills. I got too much bills. I got credit card debt. I got all the reason in the world not to give you a fucking dime. You understand me? I got every excuse not to give you no money. But being a blessing is a blessing. And even when you having lesser, you having the lesser, if you're willing to be a blessing to somebody else, not think that God don't see that. And I know this. And me knowing how the universe works and how God works, like, hey, you be a blessing, you get a blessing. I'm going to keep planting these random ass seeds until I see $1 million. Holla. You feel me? I will say don't give away all your money until you broke. Like, what they be saying, like, when your cup is running over, then you know you got somewhere you can give somebody else in their cup. You feel me? Like, you can't give every person that asks you for money. But you know how to discern, like, oh, this is a lady out here and she really look like, but I don't know though, cause I done seen homeless people, well, not homeless people, get out of brand new cars, put on some raggedy ass clothes, stinking clothes too, like what? Stinking shoes and everything, dirty ass shoes and everything. I'm talking about this person got out of a nice car, they was clean as hell. Changed right there in the parking lot. Smeared dirt on their face and everything. This was a white person. So you know when I say smeared dirt on their face, they was trying to make themselves look dirty. This back in the time when I was like, I hustling my CDs and a couple movies I was in, and I seen this. Cause I seen Buddy getting out the car. And then next thing I know, I seen Buddy at the end of the parking lot with the sign. Like he homeless and need help. I'm like, this nigga was fresh as hell. And just got out of his car, now he out here with a sign. I'm walking around selling CDs and DVDs. He just out here. And I'm talking about people wouldn't give him the money immediately. I'm like, ain't that some shit? So some people think that if I could go out and talk to 100 people, get $100, I talk to 200 people and get $200, that's a hustle. Listen, man, I say go find a skill or find something to sell. Don't just be out here begging. But in Atlanta, man, Atlanta, you'll see a nigga standing outside the store with some Gucci pants, Gucci shoes, Gucci shirt, a Gucci hat. The nigga asking you for $1. Like I said, it ain't no problem helping people. You just gotta be able to discern like who need the help, who really need the help, who really don't. This is a millionaire mission out here. Yeah, once you get them M's, once I get my M's, I definitely intend on helping people. That's the whole purpose of this. It's not just so I can have millions for myself. I got a big ass family, especially my family in Florida. They stand in one of the most expensive states. That shit is expensive to live in Florida. I don't know where you live at, but it's expensive to live in Florida. Yeah, better get some money or have some money or something. We going down there thinking it's cheap. Make sure you hit that like button if you're in here too. Might as well. Bro, I popped my brakes in the last minute just when I literally pulled up with 1 minute, nigga. 1 fucking minute. God damn. Yo, 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 what's up, bro? Milkman still splashing in the fish bowl. Yeah, we ran that shit all the way down to like 0 minutes, you know what I'm saying? So, being that we ran that down and we gotta handle this business now, go ahead and handle this business first. Before we get into anything of substance, let me handle this business first. Gotta keep them M's coming in, man. Millionaire mission, we gotta keep the millions coming in, you heard me? Oh yeah, this that gold and blue too. Y'all see that gold here? Y'all gonna order these too. Gold on the yeah, what's going on? You gotta get on your grind and put that shit down daily. You understand me? Millionaire mission. Put that shit down. Get on your grind. I don't care what you're doing. You working at McDonald's, go in there and put that shit down. You at Burger King, Checkers, Walmart, go in there and put that shit down. Get that check and make sure you put some up for you too. Pay yourself first. Fuck them bills. Pay your bills though. Pay your bills, but pay yourself first. Make sure you keep some of the money out the check for you. You the one worked all week for it. Why you want to hurry up and go give it to the bill man? They don't care nothing about you. I wonder if that's like a filter or something. It look like some old school movie screen and shit. Like some type of filter. I don't know. So this nigga, he taking a long time. What y'all got going on tonight out there? 2 o'clock in the morning. Nothing open but some legs. Somewhere somebody's right now experiencing some head, some sloppy toppy.
Then somewhere else, somebody's getting that good box, sat on them and just wetting them up. I think porn fucked me up as a kid. Yeah, I think porn messed me up as a kid. So I always be thinking sexually. And I just don't see how guys could team. I couldn't even ride in the truck with my cousin. And he's great, you feel me? Like my cousin cool as hell. I just can't see myself riding with another man. Like if you can see this truck, like this is a close. Like if you riding, if you even in here, even if you're in the back, you're still very close to me. Like when you teaming with somebody, they gotta have good breath, good body hygiene. You can't be in the truck with somebody that's funky as hell, don't like the bays. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. My cousins are none of those things, but I was just thinking like using my cousin as an example. Like I wouldn't even want to ride in the truck with my cousin. My homeboy keep telling me like he want to team up. I'm not riding in no truck with no nigga, bro. I rode in the truck with my lady because my lady could drive, she could cook, and I could fuck the shit out of her when I want to. Nothing like having some good wet wet on the truck with you. I used to love when she come back there and wake me up and she wants some dick. Boy, what? I'm back there sleeping good. She come back nudging on me and pushing me. I know what time it is. She want me to put that shit down. You heard me? I'm waking up. You better know it. Best way to wake up to the best way to wake up though is either to your girl on your dick or sucking it. Like you wake up to that shit, she finna get the shit fucked out of her. Oh yeah, you wake me up like that, you getting some pound town. Turn that thing around. You know what I'm saying? Flipping her ass like a yoga instructor. You heard me? What the hell is this nigga doing? He taking forever. Yeah, I was just saying I couldn't see myself teaming with a man though. Like that's just crazy. And I guess I said because I see like a lot of like these guys look Russian. I see a lot of Russians, a lot of the Indians, Hispanic guys. They be riding together. Like sometimes I see two, three of them guys in one truck. I'm like, what the hell? Like, I understand trying to get the money, like never letting the truck stop, but that means somebody always got to be in the driver's seat because it's only two beds in there. So you telling me if y'all get some downtime, y'all sharing beds? Because if it's three people in there, it's only two beds in there. Most likely that means the truck don't ever stop, but the truck has to stop, like anything else. So where's that third person sleeping at? Hmm. In the vent on the top bunk, at least in the freight liners, the vent in the top bunk don't get no good air circulation like that. Like I be getting up there to get my stuff because I use the top bunk as storage. So when I get up there to get my stuff, that shit be so hot up there. I be like, I don't know how anybody could ever sleep up here. For real, I ain't be able to do it. I just couldn't team with another man. Like, bro, that's like being in a jail cell with a nigga willingly. Even though we free and we in the truck and we making money, I ain't trying to be shacked up with no niggas like that. And also, like I told y'all, that corn be in my head. So if I'm a freaky nigga, you feel me? Like, I don't know nigga around me all day like that. Hell no, that's why I say I can't team with not even my cousin, my homeboy. None of that. I don't want no nigga around me like I'm in jail all the time. I love y'all boy, but not like that. Need my spizzace. You feel me? I don't know what this man doing. He tripping. Brother. You holding me up, brother. Could stay right here. I ain't finna stay right. I'm finna go to where the hell I got to be at. I would do the reading, but I got a feeling since I start reading, this nigga gonna go to talking. Like, I'm gonna get the reading in. He taking a long ass time. Let's see if we can sneak a chop in on that boy. You know what? We'll read the financial. We'll read the financial, increasing our financial IQ. A world ruled by left brainers. The world is run by left brain people. The problem with left brain people is they think there is only one brain and the only one intelligence. Many are not aware of the other parts of the brain and the possibility of other types of intelligences. When you ask a highly educated left brain person for the definition of intelligence, he or she replies, if you agree with me, you are intelligent. If you don't, you're an idiot. In the world of money, these left-brained people believe making money is a by the numbers formula, a mathematical equation. This is why when the market crashed, many funds crashed in unison. The funds are run by academic geniuses, all following the same formula. Here's another quote from August 24th, 2007, Wall Street Journal article on quant funds. Justin Lawhart, How the Quant Playbook Failed. A number of quant funds which use statistical models to find winning trading strategies reported heavy losses this month. In many cases, the managers pointed their fingers at other quantitative hedge funds, essentially saying they all own many of the same stocks and their models told them to sell at the same time, driving down the share prices, hurting everyone in the process. In other words, a student used their linguistic and logical mathematical left brains to invest in the stock market and came up with the same answers. Just like in school. And who pays the price for the losses? Not a student. They have steady paychecks. They are employees, not investors. Learning to win using your whole brain. Warren Buffett once said, you have to think for yourself. It always amazed me how high IQ people mindlessly imitate. As an educational entrepreneur, I began teaching students to think outside the box and to create rather than imitate.
Hey, can you hear me?
Learning to win using your whole brain. Warren Buffett once said, "You have to think for yourself." It always amazed me how high IQ people mindlessly imitate. As an educational entrepreneur, I began teaching students to think outside the box and to create rather than imitate. I was surprised at how frightening this teaching process was for many of my students. Most have been so frightened into needing job security. Yeah, I'm still logged in. You want me to log back out?
Just stay logged in just for a second.
Bro, why the man want to keep talking, bro? Just do it. God damn, you keep talking. I don't need to be on the phone with you, man. Handle your business. Damn, like a little kid. You want me to stay on the phone with him? Nigga, what, you sleepy or something? I was surprised at how frightening this teaching process was for many of my students. Most have been so frightened into needing job security, a magic formula for investing and avoiding mistakes, that breaking the bonds of that fear was the hardest part of my job. These were smart, successful, well-educated people who wanted to make changes. They were not poor, unsuccessful, and uneducated. My job as a teacher was to show them how to use their primary intelligence and all three brains to win financially. I often call my business programs learning to win using your whole brain. To get people's attention, I will often say a student works for the C student and B student works for the government. Obviously, this did not make the A student happy, but they got over it once I explained the logic behind my findings. A student works for the C student and B student works for the government. Poor and middle class dialects. Neuroscientists have recently discovered that the brain has mirror neurons. Many of these scientists believe this discovery is more important than the discovery of DNA. A neural mirror, in overly simple terms, is the equivalent of monkey see, monkey do, or birds of a feather flock together. That is our brains. That is our brains programmed to imitate what we see others do. Exactly what I was saying about money. We never was taught about money. We just imitate what we seen our parents do, our relatives do. Nobody never taught us about money. We just imitated. It explains why the quant fund managers invest in the same stocks, why poor people stay poor even though they earn a lot of money, and why a child raised in England will speak a different dialect of English with a different accent than a child born in the US or Australia. Mirror neurons of dialect and accent limit the scope of our world and who we associate with. Many kids have a tough time leaving Hawaii because their dialect of English is Pidgin English. Pidgin English. Kids from Hawaii who speak Pidgin often go to mainland school with big Hawaii clubs so they can feel comfortable. Many of the kids at the Union School spoke Pidgin. The kids from Riverside School were forbidden to speak it. I believe this made a tremendous difference in my life and why I went to school in New York and not in the University of Hawaii. In the world of business and investing, poor people speak a poor person's dialect. Instead of using language of business and investing, they say things such as government programs, welfare, and assistance. The middle class has a different dialect. They say diversify, live below your means. Buffett. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. Buffett, the richest investor in the world, says, "It's not that I want money, it's the fun of making money and watching it grow." Again, this is an example of a different English dialect reflecting a different mirror neuron brain. Every group speaks a different dialect. For example, when golfers get together, they speak a completely different form of English. When they talk about a bridle, they are not talking about shooting wild birds on the golf course. Wherever you go in the world, if one golfer says to another golfer, "I shot a birdie," every golfer knows this person scored one below par.
I'll call you back if there's something wrong in the system.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure this out.
Okay. Buffett, the richest investor in the world, says it's not that I want money, it's the fun of making money and watching it grow. Again, this is an example of a different English dialect, reflecting a different mirror neuron brain. Every group speaks a different dialect. For example, when golfers get together, they speak a completely different form of English. When they talk about a birdie, they're not talking about shooting wild birds on the golf course. Wherever you go in the world, if one golfer says to another golfer, I shot a birdie, every golfer knows this person scored one below the par, which means it was above average play. In the same way, simply put, rich people speak a different dialect. It's a matter of different brains and different mirror neurons. That is why crossing the bridge at age 9 was life-changing, and why I do not live below my means or diversified. This is why even when I was broke, I did not drive cheap cars, wear cheap clothes, or live in a cheap neighborhood. It's a matter of mirror neurons and of standard of living. Today, neuroscientists believe that mirror neurons are the most powerful learning parts of our brain in the classroom. It explains why some students are teachers' pets. Since most classrooms are led by left-brained people, they tend to favor the kids with the same intelligence. On the flip side, these teachers tend not to like kids who are artistic, musical, creative, physical learners, are not easily intimidated. By the time college comes around, most of the kids who are not linguistic or logical mathematically are gone. They have been labeled and eliminated. Sadly, the kids who are eliminated often leave school feeling stupid. Imagine if that happens to you at an early age. How does this label affect the rest of your life? In an experiment conducted by Harvard professor Robert Rosenstein and Lenora Jacobson in 1966, teachers were told that certain kids in their classes were geniuses even though they were not. In almost all cases, those kids received exceptionally high grades. In other words, researchers found that it was the teacher's perception of the child's intelligence that had the greatest influence on a child's learning. In the world of investing, this is called a bias. In race relationship, it is known as a prejudice. This is an example of the impact of mirror neurons. In simple terms, mirror neurons mean our brains are like television transmitters and receivers. Even though we are not physically talking to one another, our brains are communicating at a very deep level. For example, when we walk into a room, most of us can immediately sense who likes us and who doesn't, even though nothing is said. This is the worst part. I learned that if I did not feel good about myself, people did not feel good about me. In many instances, another person is only sending back what I am broadcasting. In other words, if I think I am a loser, other people would think I'm a loser as well. The good news is that you and I can change the perception of us by changing our perception of ourselves. This can be done by adopting our mirror neurons. It is not easy, but it can be done. For example, if I had not changed my perception of myself, I would never have met and married a beautiful woman like Kim. Someone like Donald Trump wouldn't be my friend, and I wouldn't be financially secure today. If I had not consciously changed my perception, I would probably still be a shy, fat, poor kid speaking pidgin English. Pidgin English. Even though I graduated from a very good school, I left not feeling smart. I left feeling that there were people I would never be as smart as. I was always average. When I interviewed for the job, the first question asked were what school I went to and if I had a master's degree. If I had a master's degree, I had a better chance of being hired. Once again, even though I was in the business world, I was still in a classroom in a world dominated by left brain intelligences. In 1974, while working at Xerox, promising the company that I would get my MBA, I began researching the brain and different ways of learning and teaching. I was looking for a way to win on my terms, not on their terms. Being raised in a family of school teachers, I realized their measure of success was the school a person attended and how many advanced degrees he or she had. In the world of big business, it was pretty much the same thing. In most major corporations, employees want the pedigrees of prestige that comes with the advanced degrees from recognized schools. In other words, graduates from Ivy League schools are better than graduates of state universities, who are better than graduates of community colleges. In other words, big business, the school you attend, can give you a better job, a better title, and a better paycheck. That is the measure of success. Being around my rich dad, I realized his measure of success was how much money he made, the people he spent time with, the freedom to work or not work, and how many jobs he provided. I realized I had better decide whose measure of success I wanted to base my life on, since I did not think I could win at my poor dad's game of school and big business. I decided I had a better chance of winning at my rich dad's game. That is when my real education began. I decided to follow in my rich dad's footsteps as an entrepreneur and real investor. I knew I had a better chance in those areas because most A students are employees looking for high-paying jobs and investing in paper assets such as stocks, bonds, and mutual funds. Since I was a C student, I realized that I needed to use all three of my brains, not just my left brain, if I wanted to learn to win. The questions for you are, what is your measure of success? What do you have the best chance of winning? Where do you have the best chance of winning? Is your brain trained to win? Are your brains working together, or are they working against you? And that was a little bit of the financial IQ, since we ain't going to be moving along quick as I thought we was. Let's go ahead and get into this too. Let's get another scripture in now. We need blessings. We need blessings. We need blessings. We need all the blessings. What did I read earlier? What in the world did I read earlier? What's it, chapter 8? One chapter 8. Now I know I just read it earlier, but this don't seem like the scripture I read, but we're gonna go ahead and continue from chapter 10. The Queen of Sheba. So was her name Queen Sheba? Because it say the Queen of Sheba, like Sheba was a place. Now when the Queen of Sheba heard about the fame of Solomon, let me see if they got a name for her, the Queen Sheba. Sheba was located in southwestern Arabia, about 1,200 miles from Jerusalem. Concerning the name of the Lord, the primary motive for the queen's visit was to verify Solomon's reputation for wisdom and devotion to the Lord. So I was trying to see if they gave the queen a name, but they didn't. They didn't. They just say the Queen of Sheba. Heard about the fame of Solomon concerning the name of the Lord. She came to test him with difficult questions. So she came to Jerusalem with a very large retinue, with camels carrying spices and very much gold and precious stone. When she came to Solomon, she spoke with him about all that was in her heart. Solomon answered all her questions. Nothing was hidden from the king which he did not explain to her. When the Queen of Sheba perceived all the wisdom of Solomon, the house that he had built, the food of his table, the seating of his servants, the attendant of his waiters, and their attire, his cupbearers, and his stairway by which went up to the house of the Lord, there was no more spirit in her. Then she said to the king, it was a true report which I heard in my own land about your words and your wisdom. Nevertheless, I did not believe the reports until I came and my eyes had seen it. And behold, the half was not told me. You exceed in wisdom and prosperity. The report which I heard, how blessed are your men, how blessed are your servants, who stand before you continually and hear your wisdom. Blessed be the Lord your God, who delighted in you to set you on the throne of Israel, because the Lord loved Israel forever. Therefore he made you king, to do justice and righteousness. She gave the king 120 talents of gold, and a very great amount of spices and precious stones. Never again did such abundance of spices come in as that which the Queen of Sheba gave King Solomon. Also the ships of Hiram, which brought gold from Ophir, brought in from Ophir a very great number of almug trees and precious stone. The king made of the almug trees supports for the house of the Lord and for the king's house, also lyres and harps for the singers. Such almug trees have not come in again, nor have they been seen to this day. King Solomon gave to the queen of Sheba all her desires which she requested, besides what he gave her according to his royal bounty. Then she turned and went to her own land together with her servants. Wealth, splendor, and wisdom. Now the weight of gold which came in to Solomon in 1 year was 666 talents of gold. Besides that, from the traders and the warriors of the merchants and all the kings of the Arabs and the governors of the country, King Solomon made 200 large shields of beaten gold, using 600 shekels of gold on each large shield. He made 300 shields of beaten gold, using 3 minas of gold on each shield. And the king put them in the house of the forest of Lebanon. Moreover, the king made a great throne of ivory and overlaid it with refined gold. There were 6 steps to the throne, and a round top to the throne at its near, and arms on each side of the seat, and 2 lions standing beside the arm. 12 lions were standing there on the 6 steps, on the one side and on the other. Nothing like it was made for any other kingdom. All King Solomon's drinking vessels were of gold, and all the vessels of the house of the forest of Lebanon were of pure gold. None was of silver. It was not considered valuable in those days of Solomon. For the king had a sea of ships of Tarshish with the ships of Hiram. Once every 3 years, the ships of Tarshish came bringing gold and silver, ivory, and apes and peacocks. So King Solomon became greater than all the kings of the earth in riches and wisdom. All the earth was seeking the presence of Solomon to hear his wisdom, which God had put in his heart. They brought every man his gift, articles of silver and gold, garments, weapons, spices, horses, and mules, so much year by year. Now Solomon gathered the chariots and horsemen, and he had 1,400 horse chariots and 12,000 horsemen, and he stationed them in the chariot cities and with the king in Jerusalem. The king made silver as common as stones in Jerusalem, and he made cedar as plentiful as sycamore trees that are in the lowland. Also, about to get that call. Also, Solomon's import of horse was from Egypt and Q, and the king's merchant procured them from Q for a price. A chariot was imported from Egypt for 600 shekels of silver, and a horse for 150. And by the same means they exported them all to all the kings of Hittites and to the kings of the Amorites. See, and that's why I say, like, I don't mind reading extra chapters in Solomon, because we watching Solomon and trying to see where he go wrong, because he was the smartest man in the world. So how you get tricked? And we about to find out right here in the next chapter. It's 1 Kings chapter 11, and it says Solomon's turn from God. So we're about to find out how Solomon turned from God. But as of right now, I got some moles that I had stopped and got. Y'all be eating moles? It's sort of like Chick-fil-A. You know what I'm saying? Sort of like Chick-fil-A. Y'all be eating moles? I had got me a little bit of moles, right? So, being that we had to pause for the calls, I'm going to go ahead and put some of this in the microwave, y'all. Yeah. We're going to eat something right now. We're going to eat a little something before we pull off. Go get some more ice before we pull off. We're going to do a lot of stuff before we pull off. It's about break time, and I ain't heard from that baby at all. Wonder what she was doing. It's damn show break time, and I ain't heard from her. I'm gonna put like a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Cause I be eating like a bird lately. Feel like I can't eat all that shit, man. Just put enough in there to get full up. You heard me? We say the rest for later, man. Later on tonight, we'll eat the rest of that. But right now we just need a smidget. We don't need that much, we just need a tad bit. You heard me? Just need a tad bit. Oh, that's good. That is actually excellent. This nigga gave me exactly what I told him. He tripping. Oh, that is excellent, man. We finna warm up this food and eat some good grub. You heard me? Gotta eat good eats out here. Y'all look that song up. Type in Milktastic, Eat Good. That's a song I put out. You know what I'm saying? You gotta eat good out here, man. You can't be out here starving now. Can't be starving like Marvin. You gotta eat spectacular like Milktastic. You heard me? I ain't lying, I lost a little weight though. I need me some home cooked meals. I miss them home cooked meals, boy. God damn, I need me a home cooked meal. For real, for real. I need some good eats from the highs, you heard me? Some of that food cooked with love, you heard me? You know what? While that's warming up, go ahead and grab some ice. I think I'm down to my last few blacks. Let's go ahead and grab this ice and some blacks. While that's warming up, we'll do that. What's up, world? Y'all hit that like button for me. My ice cup at. Let's get some ice water. Man, that cold water be hitting so good, it don't make no sense, you heard me? Goddamn cold water be hitting. Got some ice cold water. Let's go get some water, some blacks, and we get back at it. Yeah, I be PTSD daily though, you feel me? Gotta put that shit down daily, you heard me? Real, for real. Alright, yep. Put that shit down on the floor, grab it, eat. Ah. Nickname my chain, Mark Cuban. Now they mad at me. Shit, they got them on sale, man. There ain't no sale going on. We finna pay full price. Alright. Got no sale, buddy. Wendy's closed. We got food though, we don't need that. Yeah, buddy. See that? Being on mission shit, you know what I'm saying? Being on mission shit, y'all see that? You still ain't ordered nothing yet. You sleep. You sleep. Who you need to see in it? Who you waiting to see in it? NBA boy? Jay-Z? Dr. Dre? Who you need to see in this millionaire mix? You need to see Beyonce in it? Who you need to see in it before you order it? Let me know so I can get them to put it on.
After.
I get some on Black and White.
Yeah. 4 or 5 o'clock. I waited on the judge for 4 hours though.
Plastic tip, original. You give me 2 packs.
That one got held up, and then I finally got to one that was free. You ready? Yeah. Yeah. And then Nick was I called Nick and told him what happened. He's like, well, did you sleep, idiot? 12:84. I was like, no. And he was like, well, do you want to come to work? And I was like, yeah. After how much I paid, yeah. I was, yeah. So yeah, I'll be there. Angel, there you go.
Appreciate it. Yo, y'all been here for a long time, and I don't see the lights going up. What y'all want? Why you here? Disappear if you ain't gonna hit the like button, bro. What's wrong with you? Come around here just watching me and ain't hitting the like button and shit. I mean, you a hater or something? No, y'all ain't hating. I ain't got enough going on for you to be hating. Nah, I ain't gonna lie, I do got a lot of motion out here though. Got a lot of motion in the ocean, baby. We gonna keep stroking and coasting, baby. Stroking and coasting, baby. Millionaire, make sure you on one.